another concept I wanted to teach right here maybe is, okay, the manipulation part. I can make, let's look at lasagna, okay? Lasagna you cannot bring to a boil. I figured out how to do it. I have instructions on how to make lasagna in here, okay? It only can last, you're going to eat it between 2 and 4 hours because you can't get everything boiling in there. But you can make a pretty good lasagna using oven noodles. You can make it work. You can put the beans on the thing in the top, okay, or some kind of a vegetable. But let's look at some other ways you could do lasagna. Okay, if I'm at home, you want to use this now, because if you don't use it now, you won't use it later. You just won't use it well in an emergency. So what I might do if I have a big family is I'll make a lasagna in this one, and I'll make a nice lasagna in this one, and I'll just slide them in the oven. I just need a heat source, right? I don't have to use a stove. I can use any heat source. So I might slide that in the oven, get it nice and bubbly, check my temperature so I know what it's going in here at, put it in the thermal unit, and then I figure, I know what the temperature is, right? I can calculate how long it's going to stay in here, and it's just using it as a warmer. This works great as a warmer. By the way, it works great as a fridge, right? If it's insulating heat, it's insulating cold. It'll keep ice for a long time. Or ice cream. My friend put a bucket of ice cream in here, closed the lid, she drove to Boise, 5 hours later it was perfect to serve. Okay? One of those round ones. So it works great for that purpose. Okay, so the other idea to do with the lasagna, and we're going to talk more about this later, is to put it in containers. Something needs to come to a boil, right? Pretend like this is pint. I don't know where my pint one disappeared to.
It has olive oil in it.
Huh? Oh, we used olive oil in it. It's got olive oil in it. So the pint ones are great for single servings. 4 of them fit perfectly in here. Okay? I keep forgetting you guys can see it there. 4 of them will fit perfectly in here, the pint ones. And you can have, let's say I do 2 with lasagna. I could do 2 this size with a little bit of bread in them, and 2 this size with like a dessert. And then those 2 stack, right? So the breads and the dessert stack, and the other 2 are here, and then put them in here, and I can get a meal for 2, take it up to the park or wherever you want to go, and you got a hot meal for 2. Shepherd's pie, chicken enchiladas, whatever you want to do could go, could do that with. But let's say we're doing lasagna. This is another one. These right here, we're going to talk about more later. Container cooking. I could do lasagna in here, even 2 of them if I wanted to make more in here, and I'm going to teach you how to cook in containers as we go. But see how you can manipulate in several ways to make one dish? Talk about container cooking. I really like container cooking because now, instead of having just food that could come to a boil, right? First I had to have all my food come to a boil. Now I can make almost anything in the thermal cooker that I want to, because I can put water around the outside, bring the water to a boil, and have whatever I want inside the containers and cook through. Like this size is about a 25-minute boil for these containers, depending on what you're cooking. This is a bread container, and these guys have some in. I love this bread container because it has a lid. It's also its own little pan, right? It's what it is. It's a little camp pan or a backpack pan or something. And it makes a nice loaf of bread, but you could do lasagna in here, you could do anything in here. The thing about the difference in these is this. Okay, we talk about maximizing efficiency, right? If I'm going to cook something in here, let's say I'm making bread like I made you today, and I'm going to put this in here, am I maximizing efficiency? See the difference in the size? It can't be submerged, so my water level is going to be right here. That means it's only this high. Okay, it's probably not going to cook as well as I need it to cook because I don't have enough liquid to sustain that heat. Okay, this is where the trivet comes in. Okay, now do I have enough in there? I do. So the trivet's pretty important when you're making bread. Do my bread and my lasagna. Doesn't matter. These you can submerge.
Is that plastic or glass?
On the bottom. This plastic goes up to 250 degrees. If you get 250 degrees. Works pretty good. I don't think they're going to last forever and ever, but they're really, I've used them about 5 months now, and they're still doing well.
Is it watertight?
It is. You want to make sure it's called airtight, I guess. So yeah, don't do anything. That's why they have to have the clamps. Okay?
What size bowl is that?
This is about a 4-cup, approximately. Each company has different, they go by ounces or they go by cups or whatever, but it's approximately a 4-cup one. And you can't really go bigger than that because as you can see, I have to be able to have water, and the water has to come to a boil. So these ones cannot be submerged. Don't be submerged in those because I have actually had, I was in a hurry one day. We were doing a photo shoot for the bread section actually, and I couldn't find my trivets. So I just went ahead and I couldn't find very many of these either. So I just put this in here like this and set this on top. Well, once that started boiling, it went whoa, all over the place like this. And so when I opened this, the inside of the bread was totally cooked, but the outside had about that much mush on it. It's really gross. A trivet is pretty important. Or, you know what, I could use 3 of these. Right? That would do. Be on the lookout for containers. This is one of my favorite bread containers too. But I have to have tin foil and elastic for this one. That's why I sort of like this one. I mean, I really like this one too. This is 1.3 pounds of bread. This one's 1.8. So watch, see what you can find around. You guys all know what these are? They're powdered sugar shakers. Okay? When it comes to cakes, sweetbreads, and muffins, basically the same thing. The texture's going to be a lot the same. You can use any of those recipes you want that you have. The difference would be something like this glass container or this one is probably going to be about a 45-minute boil. This one's a 20-minute boil, and I can put 6 of them in there. So I'm actually probably getting more cake out of this one, and I don't have to use as much fuel. So 6 of these fits down in here. I put the trivet underneath them. The last one's going to be off a little bit, and just be careful not to tear the foil on the last one. It works pretty sweet. Okay? So we really like container cooking. Don't try cookies in the thermal cooker.